and let us all do we can to build a better future. Folks, these are trying times. These are very trying times. And I need you all to stop being mean to rich people, because right now, banker bonuses are declining. Now, I'm hearing all of you right now watching this video, so you all are cheering. You're jumping up and down. You're laughing at these poor bankers. Now, this clip from Case Study QB, here's a direct quote. Some of those people are just getting $10K or $15K. It used to be at least $100K. They're just trying to make ends meet in Manhattan. My goodness. Show some compassion. Think about it. It's all upside down. Again, it's just open up your hearts. These bankers are sad. Sad bankers. Bankers are sad. Oh no. What's going on?
Lydia, the bonus pool was big still. So that's because when we just say, what is it, 126,000 was the average bonus?
You know what? Type 1, thoughts and prayers. Right now, I better see like a prayer emoji. I want to see this. Put prayers right now in the chat for them.
So that's the number. But what was the total that they split? It was like 33 billion or something.
Yeah, and it's important to note, anecdotally, we were hearing some of the junior bankers at Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. Some of those people were getting just $10,000 or $15,000.
But there's some getting still really getting $1.5 million too, right?
But you look at
the rainmakers.
David Solomon, his pay decreased about a third, but he still got a $25 million bonus.
What about?
Yeah, but it's only $25 million bonus, guys. Think about these people at the top. Think about them. Now I could give a damn thinking about them like this. Hey, but this is how you know that it's the beginning of the end, and that there's a storm coming. There's a huge financial crash coming.
About a rainmaker in bond trading, or one of the things that you think invest.
Rainmaker, making it rain. Gee. Not like I haven't heard that term at the strip club before.
Banking, they're still getting a $2 or $3 million bonus, aren't they?
Absolutely. And actually, traders, their bonuses dipped a little bit as well, but that was actually during some of the volatility. Those revenues were pretty consistent.
Those poor traders. Oh, God, they're just trying to make ends meet in Manhattan. Are there any original New Yorkers now left in that city? Because, I mean, at this point, like, even owning like a space in like the size of a closet in New York City must probably be like, what, $10,000? I know I'm over exaggerating here, but come on, folks. It's starting to get a little nuts.
When you talk about the junior people making $10,000 or $15,000, some of them for the bonus, and saying that's shocking, what did it used to be?
It used to be at least about 100,000. It used to be at least the same number as your base pay. And there was a lot of frustration even among.
So what that means is all the lower tier people, they're going to be screwed over. There's going to be job layoffs, but the people at the top are still going to have their big bonuses. Yes, it might be a measly 25 million, but everyone else is going to get screwed. There's a big screwing up the wazoo that's heading our way, folks.
Partners, it's kind of embarrassing for them when you have young kids who are just trying to make ends meet in Manhattan, who work 100-hour weeks.
Right.
Well, she raised her voice on that one too, because I'm willing to bet Fox News is doing like pay cuts too. I'm pretty sure all the establishment media is doing pay cuts, and this is not Fox News. This is actually, I think, BSDNC. So, yeah, I like how it's called Squawk Box, because all they're doing is squawking about how bad it is for the traders and the people at the top
throughout the entire year, in the hopes that at the end of the year they'll be compensated for that work, and that was a real slap in the face. And I think that's been a huge risk for the firm too, just dealing with people are, much less motivated.
Is that a sign like we don't think of you too highly, you should go look for something somewhere else, we won't actually fire you?
No, what it is, the sign is, yeah, hey, listen, we are going to fire you, so you got a couple of options here, all right? You could quit with dignity, or one day you'll see all your stuff that's in your cubicle in a little cardboard box outside the building, and there'll be a cat turd right next to it. That's what we think of you. Trust me on it, folks. It's a coming. They kept on kicking that can down the road. Do I want this economic collapse to happen? No, because it means all of us, everyone is going to get hit hard too.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about this as well, sort of firing by process. Obviously we're looking at that overall pool dip, and yet.
And listen, they're talking like this is normal. Like, there's so many people that are going to lose their jobs, and automation and AI is going to be taking over. It's. I have to wonder. Okay, America, you got 300 million plus people in this country. If everyone's going to be out of a job or just struggling and hustling to get on by, how are people supposed to really contribute to this economy? They really want to reduce us back to being serfs. And if they had the option, honestly, if the establishment really did have its option, there's enough sociopaths in charge that would reduce every single American into a slave. If they had the option of not paying us money, if they had the option of just making sure that no one would rebel, they make sure they'd give us nothing. They want us to own nothing and be happy. Hey, what's it like voting Democrat and Republican, huh? To the people who still do. You think you have a seat at the table?
Banks want to make sure that the most successful and the highest performers and the rainmakers are still compensated. And so I think that
The rainmakers, making it rain. I swear, I heard that term at the strip club before, too. Brrr, profit gun go. Brrr.
number on your check is a real indication of whether or not you're valued by the firm. Because when you
They don't value them. Nobody's valued.
have less money to go around, it's not like everyone gets a piece of the pie. It's high performers will still be rewarded, maybe a little bit less.
Dick on Rockfin says, never has it been a better time to enjoy being penniless.
Yep.
But it's not going to be
So
everyone gets a trophy.
we've heard that even out in California, there's ripple effects because the $500 bottles of wine are no longer of red. They're now.
Whoa! No one's buying the $500 bottles of wine? My heart. Oh, no. And they wonder why people don't trust the institutions anymore. They wonder why people have such a disdain for the establishment.
Probably when these guys go, they might be getting like an $80 bottle of wine. But that's just an example. It does affect the New York it does affect the New York City economy. It does. And
Maybe you can only go get a table at a club one night a week.
But
Oh no, a table at the club one night a week. But how? But not to mention, hey, what type of club are you talking about, lady? You talking about dance club or you talking about a strip club? You know, because let's face it, it's pretty expensive in New York City.
you start with stay at home, which is still a problem. And like the Napoli, when he was on yesterday, there was no Schadenfreude, happy that these people had lower bonuses. Like a lot of people are happy.
Miguel H writes, $80 bottle of wine. How cheap.
When Wall Street bankers get smaller bonuses, but nobody that is
feeds off of
trying,
that.
no one who is trying to get New York City to come back full force is happy that the combination of
Although, as Lydia said, people are back in the office.
Oh yeah, hey, people are back in the office. You know what kind of would be a perfect dystopian nightmare? Okay, the establishment wins the day. Everyone, because let's face it, I'm surprised how subservient a lot of Americans are. The establishment wins the day. What they do is they just have people show up, sit in the building. They sit there for a designated time, and then they go home. No one gets paid. There's the illusion of you're working, but you're not really working. That'd be so crazy. It'd be like one big no-show job. Jeez. And see, here's the thing. What's so funny, because I remember watching The Sopranos, when they talk about doing no-show jobs, at least when The Sopranos, when the mob, the criminals were talking about no-show jobs, there was at least some integrity behind it. I know there isn't full integrity behind it, but at least hey, it's legit. These corporations though, these politicians, if they really wanted to, if they actually were given the option, they'd make sure to take away your home, your car, your ability to do anything. Own nothing, live in a company town, don't challenge the system, just be a good worker. Smart enough to run the machine, but dumb enough not to ask questions. That's where they want us to go. But everyone, you must feel sorry for the people at the top. They can't buy $500 wine. They have to buy a measly, cheap, pathetic $80 bottle of wine. Ugh. Can you imagine the heart attack of some of these rich people if they, bought a $7 or $2 bottle of wine? Oh my goodness. To be like, what is this? Is this grape juice? I can't have this. My refined palate. We're heading for a crash here, folks. But hey, open up your hearts just a little bit for the fact that, oh no, they're not getting those big old fancy bonuses anymore. There's a crash coming, and it ain't going to be pretty.